Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Any Journey devlog series. Today is the 5th installment, and first of all we have an upgrade in quality. As you can see, we're running in almost 60 FPS, sometimes 50, but it's at least way smoother than last week. Also, I have an actual microphone now, so the audio quality has improved quite substantially. And alongside that, I moved all the rendering from Java to OpenGL, so that's why everything is very slick now. Okay, let's get right into it. So the first thing that has changed is the stats menu. So as you can see, this is a completely new stats menu. It is completely redesigned. The last one was kind of weird and all over the place and you didn't really know what was going on. I hope that this one is clearer and it tells you what you need to know and what applies to this item. So let's just go through it. This is an old elven hand axe of Fire 2. So what that means is that it has a kind, which is a hand axe, a material, which is elven steel, a quality, which is old, enchantment fire, and your skill also adds a bit of an effect. So here is the damage, and in blue is the magical damage. The cost to swing the weapon is 2.1 stamina, the weight 6.3, and the speed that it swings at is 0.4 seconds. And it costs this amount of gold, which doesn't really mean anything yet, but it's an indicator of the quality or how good the value of a weapon. And it's a rare one-handed weapon, which is the blue rank. So, when we go through it, you can see the initial stats are 12 damage, 7 weight, and 1 upgrade slot, which the upgrade slots still don't do anything. And this is a pretty common kind. The C stands for common. Then the material is elven steel. It's an unusual material. It adds 20% tile increased damage, minus 10% weight, and plus 10 magical damage. The quality is old, which because it's old, it's like used up and stuff, so it doesn't do as much damage, but it does have a little magical damage buff, which I thought I added because like when something is old, it's like mystical and stuff, and maybe it does some weird stuff. It makes sense in my head. Then the enchantment is fire, which does 20 magical damage, and it's a level 2 fire. It can go up to 5 levels, and of course with increasing damage output. And because your strength skill is 4 right now, it has 4% added damage. Yes, so enchantments are a thing now. So we have enchantments for everything in the game. Like here, this piece of armor has an enchantment of endurance, which gives you stamina. And this is a global enchantment. There are global, local, consumable, and like multi-enchantments. So first of all, this what you just saw, the fire one, is a local variable, which means it only applies to the elven hand axe here. And when you hit someone, then the enchantment happens. A global enchantment applies to your whole character, so plus 8 stamina means that you get plus 8 stamina at the end of all the calculations. Plus, if I find another item, or just spawn a bunch in, because I can do that. Yeah, here we have levity, which decreases your weight. So minus 8, oh that looks a bit weird, global weight, but yeah, minus 8 weight at the end of all the calculations. So if we put this on, you can see it goes from 38 weight to 36. And the weight determines your speed modifier. So if you are a player who likes heavy armor, then you can put that enchantment on all of your items and you are good to go and can still move a little bit. Then we have consumable enchantments, which apply to consumable items, because we now have consumable items. Specifically, we have potions. This is a potion of health 2, and it heals 50 HP. It's very straightforward. Consumables only have an enchantment, they don't have like a material quality or anything like that. And yeah, they have a kind, it's like a potion. So now, when you want to increase your health, you don't just upgrade your vitality, you can just pop a potion in there and you're good to go. This yellow one is a potion of life, which is a multi-enchantment. So you can have different elements in one enchantment. It heals your HP, it heals your stamina and your magica, but to a lesser degree than the health potion. And this is level 1, this is level 2. If I upgrade a lot, if I level up a lot, then we get better potions and bigger potions. This is life 3, which heals 100 of everything. And we also get better equipment. Oh, that's just a helmet. Here, Endurance 5 gives you 15 stamina. And the global enchantments are up to level 10, the consumable enchantments are up to level 3, and the local enchantments are up to level 5. Here we have Draining 5, which is a very... oh, and it costs a lot of gold. Wow, that's a lot. It is a very fun enchantment, because what it does when I find an enemy to battle... okay, what it does is when you hit an enemy and you do damage, it increases your health with the damage that you've dealt. So as you can see there, it increases it with 33, because I hit him for 33 damage. And the max amount of draining damage that you can do is defined here in the enchantment. This is number 5, so it has a maximum of 40 HP, but if you go above that somehow, there you see it, it subtracts the amount that you go above it, so you max out on 40. And here you see those little letters on the right. Those tell you what... here you see those little letters on the right. Those tell you what rank the part of the item is. So this is a godly quality, a godly material, and a rare kind. And this is a godly... oh no, a legendary enchantment. Yes. You've already seen these necklaces and rings. They are added too. These are accessories, and accessories are just like armor, but with just an enchantment and a material. And it's always a global enchantment, just like with armor. And what these do is they only have this enchantment effect, and they have value based on their material. So a silver gold ring is worth less than a ruby gold ring. Silver gold ring, that doesn't make sense. This should be a sapphire gold ring. Anyway, this emerald gold necklace of endurance 2 is very valuable because it has an enchantment and it's gold and emerald. If I level up even more and spawn a bunch of items, we get even better necklaces. So this emerald gold necklace of level 10 gives you minus 36% weight. So if we put it on, you can see it goes from 33 weight to 22, which is quite an improvement. That's pretty much everything that I added. Oh, you can see a missing tile here, that's quite embarrassing. But for next week, I was thinking of doing what I said that I was going to do last week, which is making the journeys make sense, so that you don't just spawn in this dark dungeon every time. Because this looks good for like a cellar of a building, and not like a bandit hideout in a cave, you know. This is always the same right now, and I wanted to have variation to a certain degree. So that's been all for me for this week. I hope you enjoyed this devlog. I hope you liked the improvement of quality, and I will try to get the FPS up even more, which is now possible because everything is in OpenGL. Everything is rendered in OpenGL, and that just means that the limit that I can reach with the FPS has increased tremendously. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you next week. Have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment. Goodbye.